Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're hosting the after party here, hopefully. So we already have Andrew that's joined us. Andrew, you want to plug your channel since you're on CMP now?
Well, my usual YouTube is Andrew S, but that was taken down a while ago, so I haven't posted videos on there a lot. I have got a new channel, G-Tech 3D Printing, but that isn't live yet because, as you can see, the workroom is a mess and printers are in pieces. And my self-builds are still not finished. So I will be making new videos. I usually jump in on other people's stream. I've been doing 3D printing. Well, first off the shelf bought 3D printer back in 2015, but built my first ever technically printer, what was a doodler, from CD drives and 555 timers back in 2002 when I was studying engineering. So after that, I've worked for G-Tech. I've done designs for Atom Labs. I've done work for Aerion. I've done work for TiVo, and now I have my own company, well, partner company called T-Tech 3D. It's a UK-based online shop, and we sell 3D printers, 3D printer parts, and we've even got our own line of filament now.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I don't have anything like that special stuff. I just got me, and that's it. And just me with a bunch of me with just a bunch of printers that no one really gives a damn about, you know.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 printers, and 3 of them are self-built.
Rub it in. Yeah, I only got 2. That's about it. Only because I'm money constraints. That's my main problem right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the same with me. Even having a business, we took a big hit with obviously all the stuff that was going on. And I do models in my spare time and do upgrades for 3D printer manufacturers. So like the Otter 4V2, I've actually got my prototypes down here, was a very simple filament guide on the side and a bearing block for the top. Because it was one thing that they always had, and it's even got the logo on there. If this camera will pick it up, it actually says Otter on it.
Well, let me see if I zoom in on you there.
Will it focus? There we go. So it actually says Otter on it.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And that was just a quick test print. They've actually got the proper one that I did for them because they were going to injection mold them. So they're going to 3D print it, make them an injection mold for it, and that was the upgrade for their Otter 4V2. And the problem with their original ones was the lead screws that they had only had these little rubber tabs.
Okay.
So basically, once it was printing, you could see the top of it just knocking constantly. And I was like, well, just put a bearing block on there. You know, bearing blocks work fine. It's still got a little bit of give in there, so you still have got the slight movement that you can get. But I put that on, and it worked perfect after that. No more Z-banding, nothing.
Oh, that's good then.
So it comes in handy. But I like to build my own stuff and do modifications. Unfortunately, last night, I was up most of the night and I went to bed, fell asleep for 4 hours, and I got up, and it turns out that my X1 that has done me for so long, I mean, it is a beast of a printer. The cable burnt out, and the Z extruder board, the X extruder board had burnt out. Don't know if you'll be able to see it on there. See the pins there and there. They actually burnt out. And it's a common problem with the original version 2 boards. But I've got the upgraded version coming, obviously, because I'm a certified repair technician for artillery. So I've got the new parts coming in tomorrow, hopefully. And also took out the old PTF liner, because they have got a PTF liner, and fitted a Capricorn inside there as well. What I do with most of the printers when they come in and they've had problems. So yeah, it was quite a pain in the backside because I need to print stuff so I can finish off my self-build cube that I'm doing. And then I've got my big, it used to be a G-Tech A30, but I'm taking everything apart to upgrade that as well. And then I've got my test machine at the back, what I've been doing different tests on for 2 years now. So that was changing things out for belts. So instead of using lead screws, using ball screws, instead of using ball screws, using belts. So everything's been taken apart, put back together, direct drive, Bowden, dual Zs, single Z, single Z with double brackets and belts. So it's kind of one of those things. I like seeing how things work, and I like tinkering with things. So when it comes to printers, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, because I'll get a printer and yeah, they all do that. Even though you add the hot glue with the original version 2 boards that came with it, there is a version 3 that came out that actually had thicker traces on them, what means that the pins don't burn out. With that one, they went red hot and the actual pins burnt their way out, so they actually bent out because they were getting hot. What melted, I mean, I can plug it in, it all still works, but when it gets up to a certain temperature, that ribbon gets really hot. So instead of constantly getting thermal runaway, I prefer just to change the board because it's easier. So the new version will be much better. So hi, Michael.
Yeah, Michael seems to follow us all around. You know, he's kind of like the stalker of the club.
That's like me. I'm known in loads of the different groups, but they're like, "Oh, where's your channel gone?" Because everyone used to know me as Play Deaths, because that was what it was. Hey, James, you coming in?
Yep. James can't come in. His he was just telling me his wife's sleeping, so he doesn't want to his wife. So we understand. Sorry, James. You know, it'd be great if you could come in, but I understand. Yeah, I'm one of those people who's like, I'm not a big fan of the printers that use ribbon cables for their prints. Never been a fan of that. Only because I know back in the day when I used to use ribbon cables for PCs and everything else, number one, they're a pain to use. Number two, wiring them doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because when you're trying to constrain the wire down, you got to use these weird tubes, and they were just a mess. So I've never been a fan of ribbon cables since then, but I know that some printers now use them, and I'm not still a fan of them to this day, only because I know that ribbon cables can actually break a little easier than normal cables can. Or that's not the sense anymore?
I think that the problem with them, with older types of ribbon cables, is that they were only double layer. New ribbon cables are triple layer or quadruple layers, where they'll actually put a laminate underneath, then they put the substrate, then they put another layer, and then they put the connections on, and then another layer. And that's your 4-layer ones, what makes them a lot more stronger. But the problem is that because it's a top layer that has the power connected to it going into a substrate, they tend to, if you misalign them or abuse them a little bit, they tend to bend the pins up, so you'll have a wonky pin. But they're fixing it a bit more because they're making them a bit more sturdier. But if you were going back in the day, it'd be like an IDE ribbon cable. I've seen a few printers that people had developed with that on there, and that was the whole idea behind the flat cables that are out now, was because people were trying that and they were finding that they could fit a lot more. The tolerances for like things being close together and smaller were a lot more better. The only problem was that you had to have a lot of breakout boards for each piece to plug into. Why is my camera doing that?
I don't know. I noticed you're just flickering like crazy there.
Yeah, I know. It keeps changing. It might be trying to set up. All right, here we go.
It could be because of the green screen in the background is causing it to go funky.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see. My chroma key's off. I think what it's doing is picking up the light from the outside and the reflection off of me, and it's trying to adjust for it. So I'll just change it to exposure. There we go.
Yeah, we're just waiting for one other person to show up. Unfortunately, one other person just bowed out. So she won't come on. So I was going to confront her, because if you look at this picture, when I turn off my video camera, stop cam, you see that cat picture? She stole it from me. That's my cat. She cannot have my cat.
I could get my cats in, but I think they're just starting to go to sleep.
Oh, no, it's just a still picture I got of him. It was one day I was playing with my phone, and I turned on the camera, and constantly he was hitting his paw on the button, causing my camera to go off. It's like, stupid cat. He's trying to swat at himself.
So, have you been up to much recently?
Not much. I've been so busy with everything else under the sun, getting stuff done that needs to get done around the house, that every time I go set up to record a video, I get called away from the computer. I get called away from doing stuff. It's driving me insane. But right now, what I am working on is I'm trying to finish this model of Sailor Moon.
I love watching Sailor Moon.
Oh, back in the day, I would see this on TV all the time. And me being an anime fan, it was the only anime on television. So I just went, why not, heck. But the whole model itself has been giving me headaches because there are so many small, intricate details. Like, here. On her hip. On her hip is her hand. Now, if you can notice, the hand has some of the fingers cut off of it.
Oh, yeah. Did they break off with the supports?
They weren't breaking off with the supports, but they're getting caught with the support. So when you're removing the support, it was removing the hand too. Yeah, it wasn't that the supports got stuck on it. It was just you're removing the support and crap.
The best one is I've just bought a Neo Genesis Evangelion EVA01-02 bust. If you know Evangelion or Evangelion, it depends on how you pronounce it.
Oh, come on. You're talking to an anime fan. Eva was our drug of choice. Yes. And it was a show that if you watched all 26 episodes
26, yep.
in one day, I swear to you, you'd not understand what God in heaven was all about.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big anime fan as well.
That show would mess with your head.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah. I bought those two. They were on the special offer because he was doing a run, so he needed 20 backers, and he was selling them for this much. So they've gone up in price, but luckily enough, I got them for the cheap price. So I was like, yes, I got them, and I was looking at the bust, and I mean, it isn't his model. He's from a group in Japan. Now the Japanese don't share models. It's one of the things they do. They don't sell STLs, and he obviously is in the Japan group, and he's in a UK group, and he was like, this model, like loads of people blew it up and was like, well, we need this model. So he started selling it for the other guy, and he goes, I'm only going to do 20, see how it goes, and then I'll go up in price. So yeah, I bought it and I got it, and I'm like, ooh, I want to print this. I really would want something like a transformer, and just have a big SLA print of it. I mean,
that would be beautiful.
But yeah, I can't show the stuff because it's got his name on the bottom of it, but there's really nice pictures that he sent of the one that he printed, one that someone else printed on an SLA, because it's got the EVA1 and the EVA2, because it's both boxes.
Nice. Yeah.
And then he's got it where it's been painted, and is it the Heidaku paint job? Oh no, I'll look. I think it's I'm trying to remember who was it now. But oh man, they're beautiful, and I got it, and I'm like, yeah, I'll print it, and then I got jobs in, and I'm like, oh man, can I not just leave the jobs for now? So I really want to print. I want to print big as well. I want it massive because I'm a big Guyver fan. I love my Guyver.
Oh, Guyver? Yeah, Guyver was a good series.
I've got the 2 helmets in the other room. I need the third one.
What really made me interesting about the Guyver was how it ended. It just ended like on a cliffhanger, and the writer kind of just disappeared. Yeah. Society didn't want to complete it. I'm like going, why would you do this to us? You had such a good story. You're just getting his father dies and everything, and you just ended. How could you do that?
It's the Megumu version.
Yeah.
That's the one that is
in the stream. Should we add him to the stream?
Oh, I don't know now. All that time.
Hey guys, we're gonna leave it to the vote in the room. What do you guys think? Should we add Justin to the stream?
Put one in the chat if you want him to join.
I voted no.
What happened to you?
I'm an ass, okay?
No, I'm an ass. You should see me at my day job. I'm an equal opportunity asshole.
Okay. But anyways, we just got talking about anime. So you like anime or no?
Not personally, no. Aww. So I might fall asleep while you're talking about it.
One thing that you might want to look up, Andrew, is there is an Now, I've only seen the STL once. Ooh, that is a nice one.
Yeah, that's cool. Goku. I printed one anime item.
One anime item? What one?
There's a Dragon Ball Z fig for one of my former coworkers. She paid me with a wireless mouse for work.
And is that wireless mouse the best mouse ever, or is it just a piece of junk?
I use it for work. It's not bad.
Okay.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I went with one of these guys, the
Mhm.
Razer Black Mamba.
Yep. I've
On
got the
sale for
Razer.
$29.
I've got the Razer Basilisk and the Synosa Chroma.
Ah,
I do want the new
Logitech
Basilisk
G703.
Ultimate. I want the new Ultimate that has the wireless charging dock because my last Logitech had a dock, and I really miss having that.
yeah,
That
I'm just
puts it
rocking a
very
Microsoft wireless keyboard. What I like about this one, it fits my hand really well. That's the problem with me. When I'm typing and I'm not looking at my keyboard, I want to be, because I'm one of the people that needs to look at his keyboard to type properly. Believe it or not, it's weird that way.
Wow. Yes, you are. I mean, what?
Hey, school boards never really worked with kids that had learning disabilities. So, we
Yes,
got someone.
I've got ADD,
School
so.
boards never really worked with.
Hey, Kilroy, long time no see.
Greetings.
Oh, we got someone.
I've got Greetings.
ADD, so. Never really worked with.
Hey, Kilroy, long time no see.
Greetings.
I can hear myself.
Wait,
Yeah, I got this.
Echo!
wait, stop.
Hang on, let's fix this here. We'll just mute him while he gets his microphone, while he gets his YouTube turned the volume off.
Right?
Yeah, just give us a signal.
I'm fake screaming to mess with him.
Oh, he can still hear you. Don't kid yourself.
Right?
You get your audio
No,
fixed
I don't.
yet? Just pop out the chat. It's the easiest way
I
to do
use
it.
the restroom.
And then close the window. That's what I do all the time. Oh, we lost Justin.
Yeah, he's going off to the laddie.
Let's go do PP. Okay. For all those Americans that just don't understand what he meant by that.
The lavatory.
Yeah,
The dunny.
Muted.
The
I
outhouse.
don't know why.
The water closet.
because your audio was repeating on us.
No,
It was. It was
Yeah,
coming
it
through your
it
speakers.
wasn't my audio. It was the audio coming back through.
yeah,
That's
the
what we were
reverb.
saying. It was coming from you, though.
Well, I didn't say it wasn't coming from me.
You just did.
No, I said it wasn't my audio. It was the audio coming through.
And technically, it is your audio.
Yeah, technically it is your audio. But anyways, how you doing?
Right.
Well, we're doing okay. I was watching all you guys over in Warkaki stream, so I decided to have an after party.
Oh,
Hey, at least someone did because no one was talking about it. It was either going to be me or no one.
Yeah, well, I figured I needed to put some content out there for you guys to watch. So
the more the merrier, right?
exactly. So since I have Kilroy on here, Al, you want to plug your stream you do on Twitch?
Sure. 2 p.m. Central on Twitch. Kilroy79763. Let's see if I can get this right. Yeah, look at that. Right there. You can look me up everywhere as Kilroy79763. But
Nice.
Yeah, if you go onto his Twitch channel, you watch him do his thing. You know, I always send him bits, and he gets happy when he gets bits.
yes.
Just don't bite him.
And I also have a YouTube channel that's Kilroy's Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, if you go there right now, you put out a new video that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was
Short, but sweet.
the coin video of the different coins that I made over the last, I guess, over the last month or so. And I'm getting ready to upload one for Brenda G, the grandkids. Well, I won a little pool cooler thing for the water outside. And it was basically the grandkids saying, "Thank you, Brenda G." And I don't know how long it is, but that one's uploading right now.
Oh, cool.
Just for her.
So, guys, there's all that. So he does a lot of stuff on Twitch instead of just doing it on YouTube. But each to their own, right?
I do it everywhere.
Actually, should I be?
You know what's funny is I've live streamed on YouTube a little bit. For some reason, I've kind of gotten used to Twitch, and one of these days I'll go ahead and start dual streaming on YouTube also. But I guess I'm just lazy, and just been sticking over with Twitch. But
I think the best thing about Twitch is it's a lot more easier to get just random people coming into the streams.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
YouTube's
thing.
not as
you
easy.
know.
Agreed.
Yeah. So I just pushed this over to Twitch since I have a viewership of like 20 people.
Yay.
19 or something like that. And
Yeah.
2 usually watch it.
You got to
I
start
usually
with
get about
one.
4 to 5.
Gotta
Huh?
start with
Yeah, you got to start off with one viewer.
It all
But
starts
no,
with
maybe
one.
we can get Batman in here.
Is Batman out there?
Yeah, Batman was streaming earlier today. I noticed he kind of popped up on my feed. We'll see if he pops in or not.
Okay.
So right now I got printing over there. It's a delicate hand. I got it printing at 30 millimeters per second for the Sailor Moon statue. Because the last time I printed the hand at 50, her 2 fingers fell off again.
Stop cutting people's fingers off.
Yeah, it's his printer. That does a
Right.
terrible job at it.
What is it?
Well,
The printer?
the printer's the CR10S.
Ah, nice. When I was doing the Baby Yodas, the left hand, like the fingers would need support and they'd fall off.
Yeah.
I was doing it for coworkers, so
What is RC saying? Who's using
Who's using the loo?
the Lou? No one's using the Lou anymore.
It was Justin.
It was Justin, yes.
what was I using?
The Lou.
Oh.
The Lou, the head.
The Lavi, the head.
Oh, me.
Speaking
The
of
picture.
head, whoa.
What'd you drop, Ron?
Oh, he dropped
Speaking
his
of
head.
heads, that's a Sailor Moon head right there.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
See, the one thing that I really want to try
And
get
the
my
hair
hands
came
on-
out perfect. No, the hair supports didn't take off the hair, which I was lucky on. Every other time I print this, I lose these 2 hair pieces on either side. They just lop off.
One file.
Well, stop
There's
cutting your hair off onto it.
2 files that I really want to get a hold of for anime series. One is the Escaflowne Gymeleth,
Ooh, yes, that would be nice to have.
and the second one is the Sinanju MSN04S Gundam Wing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gundam Wing.
See, I
Gundam
love on
Seed
that.
I loved. I did not like the Wing, but I did like Seed.
Yes, it was good. Orphan, was it? Iron-Blooded Orphans as well is pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good. That was MS 0083.
A3, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was with the Neuro Network Gundams. What
Mhm.
meant that the pilots were actually plugged in and had the Nero connection bond. What the original Gundam Zero had a similar factor in it, but had the self-destruct built into it, where the new one actually ejects the cockpit and then destroys the rest of the Neuro Network, so the Gundam can never be used again.
Ooh,
So,
yeah.
but no one actually goes
See you
into
later,
that. So the
Viking.
Gundam lore is that fact is that basically anyone can jump into the Gundam and use it. But with newer versions with the Neuro Network, technically you have to remove the entire pilot and put his DNA into the suit to actually get it to activate and then change the Neuro Network to you. Well, they
Oh,
never
wow.
explain. It's actually in like the comics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the mangas. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said,
So-
I'm not too much into the Gundam. As I got into more the Macross series was more my gateway to this stuff. Back in the day when the US aired Robotech, which was basically a bastardized version of all 3 series.
Mhm.
Speeda, Macross, and Southern Cross. But what's interesting is I found 2 models last night. 2 of them. Expensive as hell, but 3D printable of the Macross Plus units. Of the what was the name of I forget the name of the 2 ships. Plus also someone has put out the Macross battleship, which is the where it's already transformed into the robot form. I'm trying to remember what it's called, what they called it now. Oh, my Japanese is going to kill. My friends that know that I can read some Japanese are going to kill me because I can't read it now. Fucking hell, where's the Macross? Oh,
No, that's the wrong one.
There's some audio gain. Dang. A little louder there.
yeah, that sometimes happens.
So I got my new heat bed.
Is it the VF15?
That's it. Yeah, I just pulled it up. I just found it now.
I was like, I was trying to have a look. I was sure it was the VF1J that was in the. Wasn't the second or the third? Was it the third one that popped up? But the first one was the VF15. What was in it for quite a long.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything to do with like mechs, I was big into because I started off with Spawn back when I was younger, watching it at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I liked that concept and that artwork. But then, you know, Dragon Ball Z came out and everyone was really big on Dragon Ball Z. And I wasn't really too big on it.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone put it out. It's like they want 3104, but he's saying all the parts are movable in this print.
I mean, that's not bad.
That's really good because there it is right there.
Yeah. Because the only problem with that was it always reminded me of Starscream. You know, when I originally saw it, I was like, no, they can't have this like going out because Transformers was made big because of the toys. And then the movie, and they tried to end it, and then they brought Optimus back, and that was what re-kicked off the entire toy industry once again for transformable toys because they weren't Transformers, they were what was it? Something bots. I can't remember now. I was watching an entire TV series about it. No. There was an actual name in Japan, what they had for them. And when they brought it over, they were originally still called that name. The toys were still being made, but then they got taken in to be made into a cartoon.
Yeah, by Hasbro.
Yeah, it was going to make, there was like, it isn't going to make enough money, so we'll turn it into a short movie. And once they did that, they said, well, we can't have it called that same name because they didn't want to pay the rights for that name. So they went, let's call it something else. And someone, Transformers. And they went, it's a stupid name. But they went with it in the end. And now that's what's made it so popular is Transformers.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, what's this? Oh, off access. I can take off my shirt anytime if you
That's
like.
Marcel. What are you doing here, Marcel? I wish I could get him a link, but the only way to get him a link is to throw it in chat.
Do we really want him on here?
Yeah, he's cool.
Are you sure about that? Last time you said someone was cool, they came in here and killed me. Or tried to kill me.
Who was that?
I think it was your other friend that you brought in.
I don't have any friends.
Oh, that's right. But you brought this guy in.
Who?
Andrew.
No, I didn't.
You posted the link.
Oh. Sure.
But you must have friends, so.
Nope. None of those. Not allowed.
Digital friends.
Yes.
Printing community friends. There you go. There we go.
Virtual friends.
Yeah. That's pretty much all what my friends list is nowadays, is people who do 3D printing.
Yep.
It's because I get on with them. I speak to someone else and they're like, oh, you've got a 3D printer. And you're like, oh, no, here we go again.
Yep. What can you make me? How does it work? Yeah.
Well, I was helping someone today. He bought himself what he thought was a Prusa Mark 1.
Yep.
It was a counterfeit Prusa.
Oh, yeah.
He only paid $200 for it, but the thing was in parts, and it was.
Did you give him money for it?
I paid $200 Canadian for it, so that wasn't too bad. But when I looked at it, it all looked horrible.
What was that?
Yeah.
There's some little kids hanging around.
I was like,
the grandkids are over?
The grandkids, yeah.
Stop. I'll be a big star.
Literally, I got this whole kit out of these ferals to make 2. Put it away. And I still have like 1,190 of them left. Anyone need any ferals? I've got 1,200 of them. I needed, what did I need?
Does anybody need anything? I've got like 20 centimeters.
I'll take your money if you don't want your money.
Right.
Justin, if those ferals contained yet?
I'll take your Rage 3D if you don't want it.
I'll sell that to you. As soon as the Prusa XL comes out, I'll sell that to you. You can pay shipping.
I know how much it would cost me to get it over here. No thank you.
Yeah.
Justin, have you had to replace the bed yet on it?
No, not yet. I got the thing used, so I'm hoping not to have. If I have to replace that bed, I'm just
There
gonna.
we
sell
go, guys. There we go.
Oh, the kids are
Kiddos.
beating.
Oh,
Are you joking?
Okay, guys, no swear words now.
Gosh
that's
darn
mine.
it.
See you guys.
Some people's grandkids.
Yeah, tell me that.
People call me Grandpa.
No.
No.
Call me Spock.
Oh, where's? I need
Who
that
are
now
you?
too.
Who are these kids and why are they calling me Grandpa? Yep. I've got actually a T-shirt that says that.
I wouldn't. I'm not surprised.
So, you're talking about models. So let me ask you, Kilroy, what's your favorite model that you've printed? Or have you even attempted to print a model?
Well, there's
Yes. Yes. You're a little off tune there, but I'm okay with it.
You're right.
You should print it bigger, man. You should print it at.
Yeah, I have plans to print. So I'll load it. I'll show it here in a second once I get this bed tied down. They have the 4-foot Enterprise E that you do with some kind of sticks or something. I'm gonna print it bigger. I'm hoping to print it on the Raise 6 to 8 feet long. Huh?
It probably will be easier to print bigger.
Oh yeah.
More room for one of my most favorite models is this one right here.
Oh, is that the Firefly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because of the details in it.
Mhm.
Wow. And who made that one?
I did.
No, I meant
No,
who
the file.
made the model file.
I have no idea. It was on Thingiverse,
Oh, okay.
but it really and it was before I was understanding about supports. But the detail in this thing. Look at the engine's detail.
Oh, yeah.
You can. In fact, wow, that's weird. I just noticed the.
Is that one of the buffer shields flying off?
Well, I just noticed that right there, which I
Yeah.
hadn't seen before.
There's another one right under it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is it's not clean at all. It's just the way the print came out.
Yeah, it's beautiful looking.
Oh,
Beautiful
I mean,
detail.
It really does have a lot of detail. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, I think Justin wants to show us his, so we'll go.
Not a rush. I just have it. And this is what I want to print.
Oh, nice.
This will, use skinny sticks, and here's like the guy actually put it together. It's really not that big, but imagine it huge. Like
Oh,
every
are you going to throw it into the Raise 3D and print it at max size that you can for each piece?
And well, I'm gonna figure out what max size is, and then upscale each piece. Obviously,
Yeah.
The problem is filament. I'm gonna need a lot of filament.
Ugh,
I've
that's a
got
scary
like
picture.
15
Love
Sorry. Damn ads.
Yeah, we're gonna look at Amy Schumer bikini photo.
Look at these pieces too.
Jeez.
They're just
Yeah, I
I
would print
mean-
probably the most biggest piece and then figure out how
well.
big you can print it afterwards.
The
because-
good thing is there's a fully assembled file that he did. So
Oh,
all
okay.
you got to do is take that file in
and expand.
and expand it
Translate
to full size, while having another piece of like somewhere on it, the biggest piece, and see where it scales. But the filament usage is gonna be insane. But use
be worth
popsicle
it.
sticks, but it would be just outrageous. My wife keeps telling me no, and I'm like, if I ever get rid of this printer, there's 85 files.
Jesus.
Wow.
And they're like every single piece is in here.
You know, I do hear that Fuel 3D is having a sale on their large rolls.
Yeah, well, once he gets up to spec, he was just in our other stream. He's not anywhere near 4 kilogram rolls yet.
Ah, yeah.
So eventually, yes. But
So this
at
is the
moment-
one I'm working on right now. Is that Sailor Moon one right there for you, Andrew?
Sanix, right? Yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen that one.
Senex makes some great stuff.
Yes.
I mean, even the detail on everywhere, like you can see seam lines there on the detail.
Yeah. I do like his stuff. I've spoken to him a few times actually before.
Yeah, there's the problem is those fingers right there.
Yep.
You know, if I can get those fingers to lay flat properly, then I can link it up. It'll look great.
You want to see mine? Right.
Wait, you guys see the next model?
No. This is one of my favorite ones. Right. So my mate in Edinburgh is a designer, comic designer, and one of my other friends, he's the inker. So this is his comic book. This is volume 2.
Ah,
Yeah.
And he's got a character in there called Crash, who's this robot here.
okay.
So I 3D modeled the head, and it's got a LED eye. So the eye, because when he's in normal mode, he's blue. So there's 2 LEDs in here. There's an LED ring in here, and there's an LED obviously up on the opposite side. So it's blue when he's about, and then you flick the switch and it goes into red for his attack mode. This is the old model. This was my test model. Bits broke off of it and so on and so forth. So he has got his antenna as well. But I've been remodeling it in Fusion and redoing it all so that it's going to be hollow, because this is like 15% infill. But it was more the test because the new version that I've done, the neck joint actually moves, so the entire neck moves, so you can move them up and down.
Oh, wow.
The antenna all moves. The back part here actually unplugs and has a circuit board on the inside. And I've modeled pistons that actually have rods with springs and dampeners in it, so that when you push his head back, it actually will stick in that position. But you can also tilt the head and you can move them into different positions.
Cool.
Oh, that's going to look awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah. So with me, but like, that's just, yeah, way beyond what I can do.
I'm not that skilled.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's way beyond their the way they can do it. It's like I use Fusion 360. I used to use Blender. I stopped modeling for like 3 years now. I can barely use it. But I also used to use Sculptris and Mesh Mixer. Still use Mesh Mixer to this day. So you get used to doing polymorphic, what is natural, hands, fingers, faces, stuff like that. I'll always do that in something like Blender or Mesh Mixer, because I can pull forms and shapes. Like at the moment, I'm building an entire Batman suit for one of my friends. I'm going to print out and then make a mold of and make a silicon suit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing that for 2 years, but I stopped halfway through. And it's like Fusion, it's easy because something like this is a lot of flat lines.
Yeah. So
flat
Fusion.
Yeah, it's got one curve on it. So all you need to do is draw out this sketch here. And then once you flip it onto the opposite side, you can draw on all your detail work on it.
Yep.
And that's what makes it so much easier now. Like before you SketchUp and all those other ones, you have to use pre-existing shapes. Where with Fusion, you can make your own shapes. Plus, you've got the form mode in it as well, what's pretty good because it means that you can create forms through that as well. But yeah, I like Fusion. I probably use it in the way that it's not intended to be used. But
Yeah, that's okay though.
Fusion's got a great feature, I think, where you can actually sketch on a face, so that you can keep, you can keep building, just on a plane. And you don't have a plane, well, pop one in, put one in there, and then draw your sketch, and then extrude, and then
it's like some features where you download a model from Thingiverse. And it is completely wrong scale, or something's not sized properly, or you want to add more detail to it, you can actually drag that into Fusion.
Yes.
You then obviously switch off your capture,
Right.
the little bar at the bottom, and then you can change it into a body. And then you can do your detail work onto it. Then you can transfer it back into an STL and put it back up and post it wherever you want. Like I've got don't know if anyone here is into like gaming, but there's a game
A
called
little bit.
Apex.
No,
Apex
Yeah,
Legends.
I've Apex Legends. I played it a little.
not,
Yeah, well,
I played
Survival
like
at all.
a round or two. I wasn't that impressed as much as I was with another
It's-
game. So
It's tough to get used to.
Well, I 3D modeled the Wingman. I actually got
Oh,
the
very
base
nice.
frame from a friend, and he goes, "Look, you have the rights to do whatever you want to it." He goes, "You can sell it, do what else." He goes, "I know you'll do good things with it." So I took it, and it took me 3 days, but I added all the details from the game onto it, apart from the registration. There's no registration,
cool.
but everything else is onto it, and I've even got this threat site that goes on top of it that needs to get resin printed, and it's got a little LED underneath at the bottom, so when you twist the switch, it actually switches on the LED on the inside, so you get an
Ooh.
actual, like heads-up display inside the gun.
cool.
So
that'll look cool.
Yeah.
Once it's all said and done. So, as you were saying, like with modeling stuff and everything else, I mean, this is as far as I gotten. One day I decided to model this,
Champion.
which became really big, and over time, I've learned to model a little bit more, and I came up with this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you showed some of us that last time.
What I like about this has this was the trickiest part because I shrunk this down to match with the white lettering, and then raised it up 0.5 millimeter.
and
They
what,
could
did,
do,
what
like,
program did you
3-layer
use to do that?
Right. I did this all in Tinkercad.
Right, so see if you had that and you drew it up, say like even if you've got it in Paint, right? So if you've got the skills to draw in, Windows Paint, if you still use it, you've got the skills to make anything into a sign, a label, anything else. It's quite easy. You take that, the original drawing, take it into Inkscape, and then you trace bitmap. So you trace the bitmap, then you select trace to stroke to path, and then you export as an SVG, pull it into Fusion. Once it's in Fusion, all you need to do is extrude all the different pieces. Done.
And when I
it makes
was
it so much easier.
when I did this, it was like it took me like less than an hour to get that all done in Tinkercad. That's how well I've gotten into Tinkercad. Like I can whip up something like that in Tinkercad. Now I'm learning Fusion. Fusion's a little bit of
It's picky.
it's
Some
picky.
learning curves, yeah.
That's the best word to use, picky.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've been finding that I've been enjoying the Fusion aspect of what, boom, done. Once you figure out how to get the planes right and you understand looking
Yep.
from that grid and then understanding the extrusion makes it so much more easier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the Maker's Coin that I made were done that way. I took the logos, I traced them in Inkscape, exported the SVG, then imported the SVG in, and then from there extruded out, or actually in. I cut most of them. And by the Maker's Coins, they're these right here, and this one's not cleaned up, but like the back. And this one's actually messed up at the bottom. It was just the logo, and just the logo. Yeah. You can see where it's messed up, but the point is that is an SVG that was imported in to this plane here, and then cut or extruded. Let's see what other little coins I might have in my little bag.
Oh no! Do you guys want to see them? Yes or no? Type down.
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
I got gold. I got gold in here, guys.
Okay, you can show us your gold.
I made this little bag on a build along on the Peeper 49 on Twitch. Really good leather worker friend. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Oh.
It's all fake too.
Oh, look, chunks of gold, guys. Chunks of gold. Actually, what it is stuff that didn't print right.
The little nuggets.
Yeah, little nuggets. The problem with importing and stuff is stuff can be real small like this. This is actually Old Cranky Workshop, but that was his logo. It was just a JPEG that he had up on his channel. I don't think I have any of the ones, because I've sent them all out basically that have stuff on the back.
You don't keep them for yourself?
Pardon me?
You don't keep your own coins for yourself?
Well, Yeah, I mean, I keep the fronts.
Okay, no, I meant like you don't have a coin for your like that has both sides of it.
Nope,
Using it. Okay.
nope, because the back is usually for somebody else or logo or whatever. But yeah, I didn't keep anybody's other than that Batman one, which was for Batman. Oh, this one. Now that was really easy to do.
Oh yeah, DW. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one was fun. I was experimenting with Paul's Messy Workshop's face. Yeah, you'll do something, you'll print it out, you'll see what it comes out like. There's Russ's Simply Wooden Creations. I mean, the simple ones like that are really easy. But again, the thing is take the logo, import it into Inkscape, do a what'd you say, path to trace or trace to path?
Trace to bitmap.
Trace a bitmap.
And then
Here's something easy. Here's something that's actually I found out with Microsoft. When Microsoft built their own 3D built 3D builder. Aww,
kitty.
kitty cat.
Aw.
Yeah, that's right. He's rubbing his kitty. I could say it in a different firm, but I'm trying to be family friendly here.
The biggest question is your channel family friendly?
Yeah, my channel is somewhat family friendly, so
Okay.
Somewhat.
Careful.
yeah.
What's that?
But anyways, this episode is going to get deleted anyways, probably at the end.
Oh, it is.
Well, don't get
Yeah.
flagged like I did the other night.
Oh, I know you got. Did you ever get a response back from?
Yeah, I got cleared.
What happened?
We
Okay.
we know nothing. It was an automated. Oh, we made a mistake. I'm. Most of us are sure we know who it is. I'm not going to say who it is on stream, but
Right.
we're confident about who.
Oh, okay. Well, you can tell me at the end of the stream who you think it might be because I've had.
I'm leaving here in a minute. so
I have a person who I know flags my videos, and I know who he is.
I will send you a message on Twitter and
Okay.
Ron, is that the one I know?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's the person you know. But anyways, like I was saying, with Maker Coins, I took this guy's design, Home Gadget Geeks. Decided to take their design and make around with it. But because I wasn't so indulged with using Fusion 360, I threw it into Microsoft 3D Builder.
Mhm.
Microsoft 3D Builder was able to take the image and extrude it from the background
Mhm.
and make me a full STL file.
nice.
Threw that STL into Tinkercad, and boom, I was off to the races and had this coin done within an hour.
Ron, check your Twitter messages. Just say agree or disagree.
Okay. Yeah, not. I think it's. I know from mine, it's this guy.
Now, come on, guys.
No, we can't.
You're leaving me out.
Yeah. Sorry. We don't want people to get flagged.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There's been some flogging going on.
Some flagging.
Yeah,
Flag-
check your DM. That's who's.
Yeah. I think it's the other. I've gotten agreements from multiple people on mine, but who knows? It could be someone different for each one.
yeah.
It could.
But what's been happening with mine is I know it's coming from him.
Mhm.
So all I've done now is I blocked him from even getting into my streams.
Nice. I gotta figure out how to do that.
You go into your settings and
In
you find
StreamYard
out,
or in YouTube?
no, in YouTube,
Okay.
and there's an option where you can say not allowed for chat, does not be able to see when my streams go live. It's in the function stream. He still sees when I went live, but he just decided no longer to go into my channel or talk to my people. So I just said, okay, fine. You don't want to go. I blocked him only because I knew there was some problems going on.
Yeah.
As soon as I removed him off my channel,
Mhm.
my rating number went right through the roof.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it was just people were just didn't want to deal with him or what was going on, but I had to do something about it.
Tanner, we're blocking you. Kidding.
Hey, Tanner.
Tanner is going on the block list right now. Tanner 3D block.
Perfect. So I got my new heat bed in for one of my printers. because
Yay!
we don't know why.
Be back in a second.
Oh, so you can set the whole world on fire?
Yes. So that bed ended up on this one, and now I have another of the same bed on the middle one. Motors come tomorrow. Devin's sending me 2 motors that replaced by 0.9s because I'm having issues with Marlin and my 0.9s. So I'm going to go back to 1.8s, and they're proven to work. So I'll be happy.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah. Hopefully have it up and running tomorrow. I've got my effort in Colorado, our Make for COVID effort. I'm the lead maker, so they're going to have us do a targeted run here in the next week or so, and I need to have everything tuned up and ready to go.
How many things do you have to still print of your? Like, I know you're still printing the ear savers. I know.
Ear savers will be. I'll probably be printing for as long as possible. I mean, I've got people in my work, family wants them, and I do stacks of 100. And I think I showed you that, Stephen. Tim has my bed. I'm not in a rush to get it back because I have no need for it at the moment. So we'll see. But yeah, ear savers. Colorado just had a mask mandate. So if you're in any public indoor space, private or public business, blah, 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 in the public section of that, you have to have a mask over your nose and mouth. So they're starting to blast through ear savers because of it. So this weekend's going to be a lot of ear savers.
So your state has actually mandated it now.
Yes. Now there's counties in the state that are saying we're not going to enforce it because this is it's for me, the way I've explained it, this should not be a political thing.
Don't you understand? The metal thing in here is a GPS. They're tracking us, and they're keeping our lips tied down.
And the good thing is there's makers making comfortable masks. I've got a really comfortable one made by someone in my local area on Etsy. No metal. Completely fabric. Whether it does anything or not, that's a whole different conversation I don't want to have. But because we have to wear it, it's comfortable. It's a fabric mask. I put it on. Hold on. Let me grab an ear saver. I wear
Mrs. makes them out of
that's doing the ear savers.
I mean, perfect. Let me take my thing off. Hold on.
Is he going to do the whole stream in the mask?
So there's no pain, super comfortable on my head. Sorry, I probably should have done it the other way. Nothing on the ears. I can wear it. I don't have to wear it all day, but I could.
Yeah. I actually sent a couple of ear savers to my local hairdressing place that cut my hair.
Yeah.
So they were like, and I asked them, like, how your ears feel. Like at the end of the day, they went, we are sore, we are hurt. One guy said, yeah, I got blisters behind my ears. So I took a care package of 10 and gave them to them, with my card and said, if you need more, contact me. My card's here. If you break any, let me know and I'll see what I can do about getting you guys some more.
The ear savers or the Stephen, the ear savers or the mask?
You was talk about the ear savers.
Ear savers you can find on Thingiverse.
Oh.
There's tons of them out there. Like for
Ron,
the
I'm
design.
gonna type in chat. I need you to give me a wrench so I can post.
Okay, sure.
Chat.
I'm going
Let
to
me
show
go
you.
back into stream so I can give you a wrench.
Yep.
I wasn't even sure if I thought you had a wrench already.
No, you weren't nice enough to give me one yet.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
Yeah, this is like super comfortable. They have tons of styles. I'll share my screen here in a minute and show it off. I've ordered 7 total masks. They're really nice. So just the 3 buttons on my side, you know where to do it, right?
It's already done.
Oh, there it is.
If Ricky's
All right, here's the link, and I'm going to share my screen so people can look.
Okay, let me share your screen when you're ready.
And off we go. They have adult sizes, children's sizes. This is not my company, I tell you right now, but I mean, they have a massive amount of masks.
Well, that's pretty cool, actually.
I mean, there's just every fabric, color, type. You know, realistically, outside the policy, we're going to be wearing these for a long time. Why not be stylish and comfortable?
Yeah, I'm trying to find one that's the Canadian flag, but so far I couldn't find.
Well, they
it.
got the American. I mean, you could wear that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they have adults, kids. They have pocket ones. You can get ones with filters in them.
I found one that I did like though. That someone made, and what it says is it has the biohazard symbol on each side of the face. It says,
just a dark industrial steampunk goth round here that you get is those. That's all you used to get with the little side vents on it as well. So,
Steven, I live within an hour's drive. Still took me 3 days, but if you pay for priority mail, depending on where you are, if you're in Arizona, I'd say you'd see it. If you ordered today, you'd probably see it by Wednesday, Thursday. And here, TK, I'm not going to talk about effectiveness or not, but the idea is droplets. It's not, I'm talking right now, and everyone spits, everyone does something, but I like that in Kilroy.
There's an episode. Go ahead, Troy.
I'm protected now.
Yeah.
Well, you're protecting other people.
Yes,
yeah.
True.
That it's not protecting from. It does not block the influx. It blocks the chance of outflux.
Correct. And if I can get this on, this was one of the first ones that my wife made. And
nice.
I'm having problems with it, but anyway, I have the real one out in the car. This is actually too big, to be honest.
She might goofed up on that one.
Yeah. It was like I said, it was one of the first ones.
And TK, the idea, they haven't said it's effective. They say any kind of fabric mask because they want the medical masks to go to the hospitals, the nursing homes, the ER, the fire department, all that. Those are the people that are getting near the viral load. They're not the people just in a daily life, Yeah, no one knows. I go out to work 5 days a week. So for me, it's, I never know if I'm going to get it in 2 weeks.
And
that scares me.
These things are gold, Justin.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
I've printed thousands of these.
Oh yeah, I'm in the 2,000s of these.
Yeah.
So these are the ones my effort makes.
Come on.
These are the ones my effort makes. They're on my stack. We actually had one of our makers design a 100 tall stand with a cap for these specifically. So I print them, put them on the stand, take them to work, and set them on the counter.
Okay.
I'll just take them off as they need them. When I see it gets low, I print another few hundred, take them to work on a stand, take the old stand home. And I mean, these things take 2 grams of plastic. I mean, it's nothing in plastic.
Right.
Yeah.
I was getting 20 in an hour. I think it was.
Oh yeah. I can do 12. These are 80% size because the full 100% is too big for most people.
Yeah.
I can do 12 on a bed, so I can do 30, and that's 12 on a bed. I can do in about 2 hours per print, and so I can do 36 every 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Calculate that out to 18 hours a day.
Yep.
So 36 times 9. I can't calculate here. I can do 300 plus a day.
You do them individual though. You don't do them stacked up.
No, you can't. With these, you can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would absolutely love to.
They're too thin to stack them.
I mean, yeah. Now, if I could do stacked, I would fill my rays with them.
There is one you
I would
can do
just
stacked. It is on Thingiverse, I think.
Yeah, I tried that file. It doesn't work too well.
Okay.
That's why I started doing them all flat, is because
Yeah, you
some of them
have to.
actually start curling up.
Mhm.
And it means that the
man.
next one after that then just doesn't work. And then it means that literally above that point is just fail. So
And then you got
Yeah.
too. I mean,
Good thing.
you've got to take sports off and stuff. At least that was the case for me.
Well, the
And you
biggest
get
thing is
stabbed
the
by the
pain of the
supports.
ears. Is how much it hurts. I mean, we're wearing these for realistically 3 to 4 years. Let's be comfortable.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be 3 to 4 years. I think 2 years, maybe.
It depends on how the vaccines go.
Yeah.
And
Well, now that there's 50 different companies, all with their own vaccine, it's going to be which
It's gonna be
one is
interesting.
going to work.
Well, the other issue is just like the flu vaccine, how effective is it going to be? Is this going to be the new flu? Or is this something we can actually knock out?
Or is this Mother Nature just giving us the FU and you should die?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, it is 2020. I will say it. They got 2012 wrong.
Yeah.
And non-fam, I print them in PETG. PETG is a lot more forgiving for continuous use. Especially like if you take them to work, you're giving them out. You want them to last. You want them to break.
I've been printing them in PLA, and I've had them last over 3, 4, 8 weeks without breaking.
Yeah, same here. But I don't think it matters with how thin it is. It's just brittleness.
But then my mom leaves hers in the car all the time, and it melts and snaps. So.
Yeah, that's where PETG is better. You can leave it in your car; it doesn't melt, snap, warp. And most people are going to have a handful in their car, a handful in their home, a handful in their work. You're going to need them everywhere.
See, that's a bit different here.
On my rearview mirror, and I came back, and of course it was like that. Yeah.
Yep.
See, that was a bit different here because I did my local care homes and fire department and the disabled support assistance. And basically what I did is, well, I've still got a tub over there that's full of disinfectant and fluid. I've also got a big, massive UV light as well, so I could disinfect them 100%.
That's
and
good.
then after that was all done, they were individually bagged. So it was the shield, ear saver, the acetate sheet, and then zipped, sealed, and then they would all individually go out as sealed. But when it comes to in Scotland, where I am, basically everyone keeps them in Ziploc bags. So you don't have to worry about them leaving them on the car dash or anything like that, because they don't do that. They leave them in the bags and they leave them in compartments and stuff.
Yeah.
So I printed all mine in PLA, and I think in total, me personally and my company, we were up to 3,878 last time I checked, just in ear savers.
Damn.
And that's with 18 machines. And that was constant. I mean, I was printing them constantly for 2 months.
Yeah, I was doing that with face shield bands. Basically, the Prusa RC3 a little bit different. This is actually a different design. This is for dentists ones, dental schools. We've got requests, but over the group we had 300 active makers. We did 80,000 face shields over the course of 2 months.
Jeez.
Yeah, we did and that was in Colorado.
See, the ones that I printed was the ones with the actual covers for the top.
We actually have a visor. We designed a visor.
That's what they wanted. So it was 2 every 2 hours. I was getting.
So here's the visor. So this was actually designed by us for this. This was not an outside design. So you have. So the reason we went with these versus the Verkistan is these are being used in hospitals and they're a lot sturdier. And of course, we were having PETG sheets or PET sheets.
Are they adjustable in any way?
Yeah. I mean, you put a rubber band or something. I mean,
okay.
I mean, this is the test. If this works and you don't hear any cracking, this is going to last. And that's what we wanted. We didn't want to have to resupply. Yeah, I'm okay with resupplying, but let me put one together. I have shields. I have 90 more shields. We were fully taken care of, but I mean, so this was more medical. So the shield would be up here, and the problem is with this, you have your hole, but you don't want a flat cover because it still hits your head and drops. You want it to go up and over.
Yeah, because the one that I had comes all the way up here and comes around.
Yeah.
So it's up to here, and then obviously has the shield that comes down past the chin.
Yeah,
and
ours does too.
They were complaining that obviously it was hitting their chests, because obviously quite a lot of them are female and they're smaller, and you're like, no, it has to. I said I beveled the slight bevel on each edge, so it's not sharp on the edge on the corners. So yeah, it wouldn't stab, but it has to be past that point. If you're wanting to have anything come past you, the first thing it's going to hit is somewhere near your neck. And what do? You rub your neck or you rub your chin.
Yep.
So I had to explain to them constantly about it.
So this originally was 60 grams. We had a complaint on weight. You can actually see where one of our makers lightened it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we did that, we had an issue. I mean, you're on the bed. That's an overhang. Barely. Like, you're on the edge. If you don't set it up right, you're literally having layers fail right where my 2 fingers are.
Yeah, but if you change the
It's took-
perimeters and put it to 0% infill,
Nope,
then it
didn't
should.
help.
No, it didn't help.
Nope, because this is on the literal edge of overhang. No matter what you did, overhang on a curve.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
you've still got the
this
inertia
took
that's reacting
3
with it.
weeks to perfect.
Hmm.
And once we perfected it, it's great.
Now
And
I
it's light.
used. Now someone came up with this idea, and this was made by a doctor in the U.S.
Mhm.
Basically, what he did is he figured out how to take, those notebook, those covers you buy that you put like
Yeah,
papers
yeah,
into.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we almost
Three-ring
changed that, but we didn't because we had we had like 200,000 actual shields cut.
Well, I
So-
printed it for myself just to see how it
Yeah.
fits, and it fits perfectly. I was like, wow, this is a smart idea for the average consumer that doesn't want to buy a shield but needs some type of protection. I
And the
actually,
plastic bottle, my mom actually has one of those setups.
oh, okay. Well, I actually talked to somebody and I gave them one of them because she works at a coffee store,
Mhm.
and she wanted a shield just to be on the safe side. So I gave
Yeah.
her those ones. Just like, it's flimsy, but it does the trick. It protects
Right.
me from my customers, and I don't have to worry about them spitting at me or whatever. Because they sometimes, when you work at a drive-through, the assholes that pick up their food or whatever will spit at you.
Right.
I couldn't believe that people were being that idiotic over
Oh
being
yeah.
charged X amount of money for food and they'll just spit at you. Like,
Oh, yeah.
why are you being
People
so
are disrespectful,
yeah?
especially right now. I've noticed people are a lot more irritable in public,
Mhm.
a lot crankier. The drivers on the highway to and from work are pissed off always, but everyone's worried, everyone's concerned. It's so uncertain.
Yeah, but it's no need to get violent with everyone else.
Unfortunately, some people, that's all they know.
But the
Yeah.
problem is fear makes people do stupid things.
It
Yes.
does, yeah.
Yes, I will tell you that right now. Anyway, my wife it's 10 where I'm at. My wife wants to fall asleep, and I would probably be a good idea. I've been up since 5:30 my time. So
Oh, you can stay up another 4 hours.
Yeah,
I did that twice last week. Both nights, Friday and Saturday night, I was up till 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, that must have killed you.
That's a normal day for me.
Right. So, yeah.
Well, it looks like it's daytime over where you are, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's 5 a.m.
What are the stocks like?
5 a.m., Andrew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
How,
boy.
how are you up so early, or have you just not gone to sleep?
I've not slept. I'm an insomniac, so
There you go.
it's good for doing trading with like Chinese companies and things because they're usually up at this time, so I can speak to them. And
Yeah.
some customers who can't sleep as well, who generally will fire a message at silly o'clock in the morning because they've had a heater break on a 3D printer or something like that. So, you're like, well, there's nothing you can do. You have to wait until morning when you can order the new part.
Right.
Oh, but I want it now. And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What do you expect me to do?
Yeah.
Will teleport run over for you?
Mhm.
Well, Justin, thanks for coming in. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be running, but thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Thanks for supporting me in the horrible, horrible game.
Dude, you were in first place in the
I
second
know.
round, and you just lost in second. I can't believe it.
Oh, I know. It happens. I beat the piss out of Tim, though.
Oh man, I feel sorry for.
Trivia.
Yeah, but I feel sorry for Devin. She just stunk up the joint.
She had a bad day.
Ah,
I will not go in much further, but let's just say she had a very rough day. So she was not on her normalness,
yeah.
which is fine. Everyone has those. But
Yeah.
if she pops in, be nice.
I will. I always am. Even though you guys seem to pick on me and her the most.
Right?
Anyways, then, thanks so much, Justin.
No
We
problem.
appreciate
See you
it.
guys later.
If you guys
Where
aren't
is it?
already following Justin, you should be. Sign up for his channel, and you can catch him going live all the time. Me, on the other hand, I don't do that many live playbacks, but once in a while, when I feel like it, I'll come on and do live stream. I gotta start doing them more again. I used to do them every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. my time, which I don't know what time that would be in the UK. I think it's around 7 o'clock at night. I think. I'm doing the math right now in the back of my head. UTC is that would be at that, so that would be 7 hours ahead of so around 7-8 o'clock p.m. your time, I guess, Andrew.
Yes, should be. I think you're what, 5-6 hours?
It's 7 hours.
7 hours, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I bounce around because it depends. Like what I do is I'm usually up until I literally have no energy left. I'll go lay down for a little bit, put on YouTube or an anime series, and then nod off at whatever time. And then I'm up usually 3 or 4 hours after that, after I've gone to sleep. So I generally get like 3 or 4 hours a day. And then I'm up generally looking at all of the different streams and different groups that I'm moderating and other streams that I moderate as well, and just see who's coming into the categories of what I need to do during the day. And then in between that, feed the cats, clean up, do the cooking, and then just start all over again. Usually I'm modeling like when it hits 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, then that's it. I'm usually at the PC modeling, answering questions, speaking to people, trying to get in contact with manufacturers and figuring out what they're doing. So it's interesting sometimes, but mostly boring. So that's why I generally jump into people's streams or will moderate other people's streams.
Well, you're always welcome to come into the stream anytime you want to. So,
cool.
Yeah. So once I get the Sailor Moon thing done, I will be posting it so you guys can see it. All said and done. But,
Ron, have you got me on the Twitterverse? I'm sure.
I don't think you're on my Twitter. No.
I'm sure I was on there. Have a look. So let's see, friends. And I'll put it in, and I'll send you one of my files. I'll put it into private chat, and then I was sure that I was.
Interesting. Sorry, someone just posted this picture to me of a glowing mask in hands. That's kind of neat. Oh well. Let's see if I see you here. I think you're on my list. If you want to find me, it's on Canadian Maker PR. Because Canadian Maker Project won't fit. And I tried to take Canadian Maker and someone has it and hasn't posted in there for years. Okay, I see it right now.
Oh, maybe I didn't then. I thought I had.
Okay, let's go do this.
Okay. I do apologize. I was sure that I did actually have you on mine.
There we go.
Okay.
Done.
Cool. Right, so.
So, if you want other people to follow you, how should they follow you, by the way, Andrew?
The problem is that my actual streaming channel is not back up. Okay. I will be shortly. As you can see, the entire place is a mess. But I will be posting up repair videos, build videos, and print videos. And that's just going to be T-Tech 3D printing on YouTube. But at the moment, I'm just on my normal YouTube. What's Andrew S. You probably nearly everyone's probably seen me in every single stream going because I'm always about. I've been in the community for a very long time. It's just I stopped YouTube when I got death threats. So and someone now, stupidly enough, back then, you know, being me, you don't realize there's sometimes things that's in the background. Someone blew it up and got my address and sent me a very, very nasty note. So I was like, all right, fair enough, I'm done. And quit YouTube for quite a while. But I do sometimes Facebook streams as well. But I've kind of cut back quite a lot ever since my capture card blew up. So
Yeah,
After that, was like, yeah.
I feel sorry for you because I've already been stalked once.
4 people.
It's stalkers are scary. Shit. I actually had one visit my house. I had to get a special order, had to call the RCMP, and the RCMP found where she was, escorted her back to her country, and she was from Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, she was back crazy, and apparently her parents kind of warned me that she was going a little nutsoid on me. But then they said, we've lost track of her. We don't even know where she is. Beware, she might be heading towards you. And within a day or two, she was at my front door. It's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, that's kind of the point where you kind of go, oh, yeah. I was a bit stupid with that, though, because I didn't realize that the box was in the background. But my general streaming camera, I mean, other than this is the Logitech C920 is my Sony HX80 streaming cam.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can't use it because you need to have a capture card. So basically all the quality of videos that I've got now are completely rubbish. So I need to try and get another capture card.
The 920C is not a bad camera.
It's all right, but with moving images, it really doesn't like it that much.
Yeah.
I've got my old phone that I use for time lapsing because the port's broken on it. So I just put the charger on the back of it and I just leave that there and it time lapses all my videos for me. But trying to get it so that I've got everything so it looks nice because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I used to be a videographer for weddings, and I like things to be really nice and sharp and clean and not have to then go in and spend 20 hours trying to edit out everything that's in there.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Trust me.
Yeah.
I've done some gorgeous, like for me, I'm more into nature shots than anything else. Facials I can do okay, but I really do prefer nature shots. And yeah, I know the hours we spend meticulously cleaning up that little bit of fuzziness that's just not right, or you're just cleaning up a little bit of that error because you didn't have the shutter at the right speed. So
yeah.
I know
it's like me. I used to do short movies. So I went to college and did a short movie course, and we did stop motion, and we did a small action kind of alien sci-fi movie that we did. And I really got into it then, and I quit. Well, I used to work for a wedding company, and I quit. It's about 2.5 years ago now, just because they kept messing me around with pay. So I like things to be very nice. I like shots to be clear, clean. You can see everything. Detail has to be there. So things like this actually irritate me because the C920, even though it's an all right camera, once it comes to anything that's to do with movement and recording, I mean, I've got what I call my God light, what is the light that I've got here that literally lights up everything. It's got perfect color contrast for any camera. C920 seems to just not like it. I don't know why.
Really?
Use it on my other camera, absolutely perfect. So, and that's why it was changing the background at the back, and it keeps doing it, is because that light is meant to keep it so that it doesn't change any contrast behind me and forward.
Yep.
But this camera just seems to just pick up everything, and it just changes it. It keeps the depth of field just keeps changing with it, and it's really difficult when you're trying to get a really nice video. It just changes constantly.
This is the light I usually use if I need lighting.
I've got 4 of them in the other room.
I love these little things. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, $100 and I'm off to the races.
My God light.
Oh, nice.
And that is...
How many lumens is that putting out?
I can't even remember. It is 4700K.
Okay.
It is. With just I had to actually take off 2 strips because it was too bright.
Oh, okay.
But basically, usually you have the shield that goes in front of it. Like your pop shield would go in front of it to soften the light. With that, you don't actually need it, just as long as you've got it in an angle where the light lights up a barrier. And because I've got the white on the back of the wall, it actually used to pop really nicely with the HX80. But with the C920, sometimes it just makes everything look a little bit yellow, or it makes things too bright and other sides dark. And it's like trying to set up like loads of lights around here is really difficult because I've got all the junk behind me. So after that, I was like, yeah, I've kind of got to leave it for a bit and get everything sorted. And then I've kind of just left it a bit too long. So
Yeah, like my background, I have a background in just nothing, but over the time that I've been using, working with YouTube videos and everything else, I've learned a lot. And my background more is audio, so I usually hear people go complain about their lighting and they don't look right. I'm like, first things first, whenever you work with video, concentrate on your audio first.
yes.
Audio is number one. It looks like Kilroy wants to say something, but I got him muted here, so I'm going to bring him back on.
It's omnidirectional mic.
I
Nice.
thought I had muted myself.
You did, and then you unmuted yourself when you were putting the boxes together back away.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
So the microphone I'm using right now is Sennheiser Ultra Voice A700 going into the Alesis HD Alesis Multimix 4. And then the Multimix 4 is processing through a separate DAC. And then that DAC is putting it USB into the computer.
That's a strange way of doing it. Nobody thought you could have
The
had.
DAC inside the Alesis burned
Mhm.
out.
Oh, right, okay. I was going to say that's a bit of a strange way to do it because your DAC should already be in the box, the mixer
Yeah.
already. So,
The other mixer I used to that I switched over to was the Yamaha 102C, which I like a little bit better because built in has the compressor and has a little bit of gate functionality. But what I found with it is that it doesn't have a digital. I have to then push it through a DAC and then push it to the computer.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
just playing with that one, I don't like it as much as I like the Alesis. It has a little bit more bells and whistles on the Alesis, but I do like the compressor on the Yamaha. I'm getting ready to go back to the Yamaha, but getting rid of this Alesis has been a little bit tricky. I mean, the levels are great. Its audio is great. Its gain is perfect for what I want.
with mine, I just have my 5.1 surround sound individual channel separator on the back of because I custom built my rig, so it's got a gaming motherboard in there. So It's really pretty good. I mean, without having obviously a mixer coming off of it, it's not bad. And it works quite well. I mean, it records my audio pretty well as well. The only problem that I have is because it's omnidirectional, it will only pick up direct facing sound once you select it. And if you open up a second channel to pick up background audio, you pick up everything. So
I
the
know.
fans from the PNC and everything else comes into it. Like you'll hear the cats running in the hallway and stuff. So I have to keep it so that the microphone's close to the printer. But then, because my PC is just underneath it, sometimes it picks up a little bit of the fan sound, so you get the whirring in the back. So it means that I have to then take that in, split the audio, and then go through and take out the peaks and drive down the decibel level on the fans, but then peak up all the sounds that I want, like if I'm speaking. So I started doing it so I'd cut the audio, split it, and then add my overlay, where I have my voice over the top explaining what I was doing, because then I could just obviously stop all the sounds around me. But I used to have the big foam boxes, the soundproofing boxes that you just stacked on top of each other. But obviously, because I don't work for the company anymore, I can't use them anymore.
Aw.
And this room gets a little bit echoey, so it's kind of a pain in the backside. But I'll get there eventually. Again,
Yeah, the next stage I want to move into is getting a for a microphone. I was looking at the now this is where the geek in me goes geeky. For a microphone, I love to get my little dirty hands on the Electro Voice 302. The Electro Voice 302 is flat, pure flat. So I can use the tone, I can use the treble, I can use the mids and bring my voice and bring colorful sound to the voice without being too bassy. And that's the microphone I would love to have, but it's a $600 microphone.
That was Sammy.
I know what you're doing for Zimmy. Hey Zimmy, how you been?
I've actually seen Zimmy in a few streams for a while.
Yeah, he comes in on the usually the Saturday nights Makers Hangout, which is hosted by Mr. Buttram, where you can find it at buttrium.com. That's right, buttrium.com. It's like you can find Naked Ron channel at nakedron.com, which basically takes us to CMP. And that's by Mr. Robbie Mack was just having fun with all the names and everything else. Yeah, that's why Kilroy gets fear. That's why Kilroy fears typing in nakedron.com.
It's that bag that I don't want to have anything to do.
If you've never been on there, Andrew, and you meet Robbie Mack, meet not Robbie Mack, I should say John Mack, you got to ask him about his bag.
Yeah.
I see John Mack in a lot of the other streams, like
Yeah.
seen him in quite a few of them. So I'm usually hidden in the background or in just chat for ages, speaking to people.
Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, anyways, I got to end the stream, guys. I'm sorry about that, but I got to get some sleep tonight. So, one more time, guys, tomorrow we may be live. I don't know who's hosting the show tomorrow. I don't think anyone is hosting, so I may start up the stream at 9 o'clock. I don't know. I'm going to talk to, I'm going to send a message to Mr. Buttram, find out if he's running the stream. If not, I'm going to try to run it the Saturday at 9 p.m. So there's that option. So from all of us here, have yourselves a great night. Thanks for dropping in, and we'll see you next time. Later, everybody.
Bye, guys.
See you later.